Shalom. Call Aloyim Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. As you can see, I'm on this new No Jumper YouTube channel. And they're interviewing Alazar on the right over there in the purple with the hat on. And he's the head of his Hebrew Israelite camp that's called Sakari. So he's being interviewed, and if you've already seen a lot of apostles, elders, and brothers have made videos concerning his statements, specifically about how he said he's affiliated with a specific gang. I'm going to play the clip. I'm not going to specifically speak on him mentioning that. We know that that's wrong. It's obvious. The Bible talks about how Job escheweth evil. I mean, he put it to the side. He casted it off. He denounced it, right? And these gangs have nothing to do with the word of the Most High and His only begotten Son. So that's light work. That's easy. What I want to speak on is his statement regarding why he said he's still affiliated with this specific gang. And it's a very childish reason. It's a very carnal reason. But if you're not built up enough, if you're not spiritually inclined, or if you're just brand spanking new to this faith, you've only been in it for a few days, few weeks, or even just a few months, it may sound good to you. And you got to really watch these guys. Watch us, myself, all of us. Really listen to what people are saying and dig into what they're saying and why they're saying it. Is it really of the Most High? Is it really what the scriptures are talking about? Because these people are really smooth with their words, and they know what to say, and they can make their reasoning sound really good. But it's a carnal reason. It's a carnal reason, and it only sounds good in the flesh. If you're spiritually inclined, then you'll understand that his reasoning has nothing to do with the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. So that's what I want to talk about, his reasoning why he's affiliated with this gang still. So let's watch maybe 2 minutes of this clip. If you want to know where I'm starting, you can see it right there. I'm an hour 43 minutes in, and we're going to go back about 10 seconds. Hour 43 minutes and 25 seconds.
I'm gonna get back to this, right? Where you said you represent Hoover?
Yeah.
All right, so that's where it's the cross at, because you got to understand that it's people that no matter what you feel me, speaking on, if you represent that it's motherfuckers that hate you and they'll do something to you.
For sure.
Behind that. You
For
feel
sure.
me? So it's like see, if you out of town a lot, it's a little different.
For sure.
But if you right here and then your face is like that, how do you maneuver, you know what I'm saying? And you know that you don't mean nobody no harm. You wanna, you know what I'm saying? You're moving peaceful.
Certainly.
But you know that you represent something that motherfuckers hate.
Regardless.
And then it's not peaceful what you represent.
Exactly.
The core of it. So how you...
I just want to point something out really quickly, too, because the guy in the orange hat, I don't know these dudes' names, I don't care. But he said what you represent at the core of it is not peaceful. And then Alazar says exactly. What you represent at the core is not peaceful. And then Alazar says exactly. Let me rewind back. I'm going to go back 10 seconds. It's just the easiest way to double tap so you can hear that part again. And then I'm going to keep playing it.
You're moving peaceful.
Certainly.
But you know that you represent something that motherfuckers hate.
Regardless.
And then it's not peaceful what you represent.
Exactly.
The core of it. So how you navigate through that?
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you what's crazy is that the majority of the situations that I've faced in recent years on the West Coast ain't had nothing to do with gangbanging at all. And actually had more to do with being a Hebrew Israelite than anything. And that's the cold part. So a few years ago, I had went back up home. My grandma had died. So boom, I went to my grandma's funeral. And then the next day we was doing our thing. We was out teaching. Nigga tried to smoke me on the block, broad daylight, downtown Seattle. So it's funny because when I called my girl, the first thing she said was like, that was an enemy, like that was some like some back in the day shit, I'm like, nah, that was another Hebrew Israelite emptied the clip on me broad daylight. So it's cold, like, cause you would think, cause I didn't, like I said earlier, it's crazy how many people that's supposed to be my enemy that get brought to me. You see what I'm saying? And I'm able to, we have an amazing relationship. Like I said, especially you wouldn't believe how many lanes that came to me. And they tell me, like, some of their homies is like, listen, that nigga's from Hoover, I can't listen to him. I know what he's saying is probably right. I just can't get over it. It's be niggas like that. But guess what? If they're like that, I'm not the one to reach them, right? But what's crazy is, like I said, so the attempt was made on my life then. From that point forward, the way I maneuver is so crazy. Like, we got, like I said, it's a dozen niggas outside right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing nothing, going nowhere, anywhere in this country without security. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm moving that way. And now, like, certain people, like you said, when people think you acting funny, like, now they can be like, damn, I just want to pull you to the side and holler at you. Like, nah, because I tried to give a nigga benefit of the doubt, and he emptied the clip on me. And it was really miraculous. Like I said, like, that whole situation was miraculous, because he wasn't, where the computer is, that's where he was to where I'm sitting at right now. Emptied it, and I didn't get hit nobody. It was a glass window behind me. Didn't nothing go. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what happened right there. I can't say nothing but God in that moment. But that was me doing something right. So I done found myself in more situations doing the right thing than the wrong thing. You know, and I understand that, you know, some people try to hide from their affiliation once they elevate, because they like, you know, I don't want to be associated with the negative. But I understand that this is the same, me embracing it and leaning into it is the same as me going into that job with a degree. This to a street nigga, this is my qualification to even be able to talk to him. Because it's like, if you just...
So that's it right there. I'm going to keep playing it. But he said, to a street nigga, being affiliated with that gang is his qualification to speak to them. So he feels as if now he's being heard by them because he's affiliated with the gang, so they'll listen to him. They're more inclined to hear him out. Even though he just said about a minute ago that he has some people who say, oh man, he's affiliated with that gang, I can't hear him. I can't listen to him. So it's a contradicting statement. But anyway, let's keep going just for a few more seconds. It's a little bit longer than I thought or wanted.
Present yourself as you was all positive, and they're gonna be like, bro, you don't know what I'm going through, bro. You see what I'm saying? But you knowing that, like, okay, you from there, then you know this and this and that. Okay, I can relate to that. So that this like my degree for real, you know?
I feel you though.
So he says it's like his degree, it's his qualification for being able to relate to these guys that are of the street, right? I'm not gonna go to it, but first things first is the curses are what we have to relate to our people, period. That's all we need. It's a very, very long chapter. Read through Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. All those curses are how we relate to our people. And then, of course, furthermore, you don't need to still claim that you're affiliated with them in order to reach them. Like I mentioned before, or if I didn't say it, because I tried making this already once or twice, Job said that he escheweth evil, meaning he casted it aside, he put it off, he denounced it. And that's what we should be doing, right? But the reasoning is something very, very carnal, and we have to understand that the Most High is the one that's raising up the elect. And it's not about gathering a whole bunch of numbers, all these people from all these cities and different neighborhoods, and we're just trying to reach as many people as possible. No, the Bible talks about a remnant. It talks about the elect. The elect is a very small number that's been predestined to receive salvation. That's all we're trying to reach. So we teach, and then the Lord, he gives the increase. He's the one that draws the elect in. Claiming that you have to be a part of something, especially something that's evil at its core, like the dude in the orange hat, I think it was, said, yeah. Claiming that you are a part of something evil to reach other people means that you don't understand the spiritual aspect behind how the elect gets raised up. It's not of us. It's not because of our background, our experiences, and what we look like, what we're wearing, how our garments look, us chanting all one thing. It's not even about how eloquent you may speak or how you come off. How it's none of that. It's not about myself, anybody else, nothing. The Lord is the one that's giving the increase, raising up the elect, and he's just using us as a tool to teach. That's it. Now, sure, maybe somebody can relate to your background. That's fine. But at the end of the day, you still denounce anything that's evil, corrupt, and profane. So, first precept, John 6, verse 44, no man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. One more time. No man can come to me except the Father, Yahweh, which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. So it's the Most High through his only begotten Son that's drawing in the elect, that's raising them up, that's giving them this knowledge, that's allowing them to find this truth. Certain elected members are going to find it because they just happen to pass by and they thought they were just going down the street just to walk their dog or to grab something to eat. And then they hear some people with Bibles in their hands talking about the end days. Or some people come across YouTube videos. I'm sure now, so more than ever, majority of people are just coming across YouTube videos. And no matter if you were or are a part of a gang, or no matter what kind of life you've lived, if you're a part of the elect, the Lord is going to make it so that you hear something that sparks a fire inside of you and that says, dang, I can relate to this. It's not the man, but I can relate to what he's saying. I can relate to this, what does the Bible call it? This song, this new song that he's singing. It makes sense to me. And then it's, oh, okay, that's your background. Yeah, me too. It's not, oh, your background first, and then let me hear the word. No, it's the word first. That's what draws in the elect. And then it's maybe, oh, yeah, we have similar backgrounds. I was a part of X, Y, and Z as well. Or I went through ABC back in the day too. It's the word first, right? But the Lord draws in the elect. That was John 6, 1 Corinthians 3. I don't want to make this too long. 1 Corinthians 3, verses 5 and 6. Who then is Paul and who is Apollos? Like I said, it's not about me or anybody else out there, right? Who then is Paul and who is Apollos? But ministers by whom ye believed, even as the Lord gave to every man. I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. So all we can do, all we're told to do, all we were meant to do is to just teach the word, and that's it. We're not raising up the elect. We're not granting anybody salvation. No. All we're doing is going out there, our best to be consistent through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and we're just teaching. If the elect walks by, whoever they are, and the Lord wants to give them the increase, they're going to hear it, maybe ask some questions. If they don't, they hear for a few minutes, they're going to go home, look it up. The Lord is going to give them the increase in knowledge. That's how it happens. All we are ministers. It says, by whom ye believed. That's it. You just happen to hear it from us. That's it. And yeah, I'm not downplaying what we're doing because it is a mighty work and we're grateful for that. But we understand the position that we're in. We're just ministers. We're just teachers. We've just been sent by the Lord and we're doing our part in this mission. That's it. Right? The elect gets raised by the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, giving them the increase. What was next? John. Let's go back to John now. John 10, verses 26 and 27. It says, "But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." So it doesn't matter about the background. Like, sure, yes, I get it. You may be able to easily relate to somebody, but remember, it's the spiritual is what comes first. It's the word first, and really only, that's going to draw in the elect. That's going to make them say, you know what? For whatever reason, what that brother is saying is resonating with my spirit. I really feel what he's saying. It could be a street nigga, somebody that's in a gang, and he hears you talking about the kingdom of heaven. He hears you talking about how there's going to be no more crying, no more diseases, big families, children's children running around in the streets. And he's like, you know what? I just like that message. Now, that didn't have to come from somebody who was also in a gang or affiliated with the gang. But that quote unquote street nigga, he heard those words of salvation and he was like, I need that. It sounds good. Yeah, this is the way to go. He could have heard somebody with a well-educated college degree, a whole master's degree, got his master's in like 5 years, went through some kind of early program, don't know nothing about the streets, nothing. But he resonated with the words that was coming out of that person's mouth. And all he was doing was just preaching the gospel that was given to him. You see? So it's a very carnal statement. Oh, I'm affiliated because now these niggas can relate to me and blah, blah, blah. It gives me credentials and qualifications to even speak to them. We're not out here for just, regular anybody. If they can't get it, they can't get it. The elect are going to hear it no matter what. And having the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai upon us is what gives us the true qualifications to even teach. To teach the elect, if I'm being specific. And the Lord's sheep, they're going to hear it. They're going to hear the true men of the Lord speaking, and they're going to recognize, these are the words of God that they're speaking. Well, let me continue to listen, and then let me do something about it. Let me take action. Right? So we hit John 6, we hit 1 Corinthians 3, that was John 10. I know I had one more. Oh, that's right. Ephesians 1 verses 4 and 5. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahushua to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. So according to the Most High's will, there's a certain process called predestination. Certain elected people are going to receive salvation. That's what that's talking about right there. So like I mentioned, it's not a numbers game. It's not about getting a huge quantity and reaching as many black people as we can and Hispanics and Native Americans. No, that's not what it's about. It's coming down to understanding that the Lord predestined a specific number, and that's a very small remnant concerning the amount of Israelites that are out here that are going to receive salvation. All we can do is what we're told, which is to go out there on the streets, be consistent, in season, out of season, no matter what kind of, no matter what's going on in your life, right? This is our number one job. Go out there and teach, and that's it. Make these videos throughout the week, and then the Lord is going to draw in the elect to hearing the true words of him, of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's it. That's it. This ran a little bit longer than I wanted, but it is what it is. I wanted to get out those few precepts just to show once again, it's not about us. It's not about me, our backgrounds, what we look like, how we speak, nothing. It's the word first that's going to draw in the elect. That reason that he gave was carnal at the end of the day. There's no better word for it. So Lord's will, this was edifying to the elect. Kol Halayim, which means all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachak Kudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.